Embrace your gag as you were being tossed into the lake of fire. Wow, you're angry and hateful, aren't you? Well, this is common with Christians, so I don't know. I don't know what it is with you guys. You want everyone to just suffer and suffer and suffer. You masturbate to this idea. Oh, those atheists. Oh, ah! You know? The fuck? You get it just the idea of us being in the lake of fire just because we don't agree with you is just such an orgasmic. Oh yeah. Oh. You're psychotic. That's sadistic. I mean, even if well, okay. Check this out. The fact that you guys would say that it's all about God, but you wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't about you. So the question is, I mean, why do we deserve that level of a punishment just because we do disagree with you? Why do you insist on eternity in the lake of fire along with a gag? Why? You're that angry and hateful? Really? All your lies, deception, adolescent. What examples? What lies have I told? What deception have I? Well, I don't even know. How have I deceived you? And what adolescent remarks are you referring to? Anyway, so going back. This thing keeps on going back all the way to the top. You're way down here. I don't like that. Okay, so President Trump already bringing world peace simply by winning the... Okay, the thing about peace, you guys, well, you don't really throw that word peace around a lot, but the reality is, I've observed that, well, there's multiple things about this. One, there are people who do want world peace, but there are people who also don't. There are people who believe world peace is the genocide of certain demographics. There are people who think world peace is pure authoritarianism. There's a whole pile of others. So there can't be world peace because there are people who don't want world peace, and there are people who have different ideas or visions of what world peace is. So, and I've already broken this down. The key term here is winning, but that's not what this is about. Okay, so one of the best things about Trump's win is the clearing the White House of our government of demons, weirdos, and retards. And here you are saying that I'm the one with the adolescent remarks. Well, this is mysticism. But calling them weirdos and retards? I mean, I do sometimes say retards, but you are too here. Hypocrite much, asshole. Trump is also a demon. He's yeah. But you're infusing a religious idea into this. Demons. And that's has nothing to do with politics. And even if you do regard them as demons, the only politician I've ever supported, even as a non-American, is Bernie Sanders. I've never had, if I was American, I would not have voted for either Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden, or Kamala for that matter. I wouldn't vote. But I would have voted for Bernie if he was on the ballot. I think he was. I don't know. Honestly, I can't even remember that far back. But to call the government demons, I mean, what is that? It's just, you have no regard for the Constitution. Separation of church and state, jackass. Anyway, so let's carry on here. You're listening to liars and satanic demons. All of it is made up BS. Well, the same can be said about you guys. I mean, you want to say that it's all satanic demons. I don't even know what that even means. Well, obviously you guys see this, regard Satan as the father of lies. Well, what? I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with that. You want to, you want to infuse Christianity into your replies here about the government and politics, and you say that they're liars. How? I mean, I could say that everything from the right is lies. How would you feel about that? You would just say, no, it isn't, but that's that's just denial. That's nothing. I mean, what I was getting at is you would probably get upset, but, well, some of you do, some of you don't. I don't even understand why you're replying to me if this is your mentality. You know, nothing the left says is ever right or honest. Obviously you're lumping me into the Democrats and the left and the liberals and whatever. Well, I do identify as a liberal based on the terms I've read. But I would be far different from the other liberals. I have different ideas also, but you wouldn't care about those because everybody's a liar except for Donald, MAGA and the GOP. So, but this is a little bit unfair, don't you think? To say that everyone is a liar, but the reality is, what? You don't even give an example of what? You just flat out say liars. You're not specifying anything. That's the real problem here. But all you're going to do is just the same gibberish. Okay, so you are very confused. It was Biden who showered with his teen daughter. So what? I mean, even if he did, how is that? What does that have to do with me? And how does that make Trump good? You're just this obsession with Joe Biden for the past 4 years. What does that prove? It was Biden and family who received millions of dollars from our enemy countries, not Trump. So? What is picking on Biden going to prove? It was Harrison Biden who gave our children over to perverts. You don't even cite sources here. It's just your words. I'm supposed to... You want to talk about lies? Well, you don't back any of this up. What? I mean, I could do it, but you won't listen to anything I say. I'm a liar, remember? I'm a satanic, demonic liar. That's why with our prayers, what does God have to do with anything? Joe Biden is religious. That's why with our prayers, God rebuked you. Nothing happened to me. What the fuck are you talking about? You know how many prayers over the years Christians have told me that they're going to, for me and for other people? You're going to pray to the God who... Isn't God controlling the political realm in America? Isn't America a nation blessed by God and all that shit? Be prepared for the great rebuking coming. You're not saying anything. I don't care about this religious shit. The fact that you're not saying anything valid or substantial is the problem here. You're just nothing. I mean, you're picking on Biden for, he's almost out of office. And, I mean, he showered with his teen daughter. Why do you, if this is true, then why do you obsess with Hunter's laptop? And why do you obsess with the border? Fuck. Again, none of this is backed up by you. You're just talking words here. This is just accusations, baseless accusations. That's all this is. I don't even know what this means. It was Harris and Biden that gave our children over to perverts by preventing parents to know. What are you talking about? This is nothing. And then you just shift to the God bullshit. That's why with our prayers God rebuked you. What do I have to do with any of that? You're insane. There was another one here. What else is there? Anything else from you? Snippets of videos taken out of context. Democrats. Yeah. What was that again? You adolescent remarks? It's religious, but it's also just, I mean, how old are you? Democrats can only lie, deceive, and project onto others. Okay, you want to talk about lies? Well, Christianity says we're all sinners, correct? Well, then that would mean, you guys often say that, well, the Bible was inspired by God. Well, being that we're all sinners, I guess God is sin. Because we're all born with original sin, correct? That would mean the Bible was inspired by sin. We're all under the devil's influence at birth. Which means there can be no turning to God. Well, if you do, that only means God is just another evil and you've double-crossed Satan. That's all that could mean. So you want to talk about lying? Well, what the fuck? And not only that, but you're disrespecting the Constitution that says politics is to be always kept separate from religion. Church and state separation. That's what the Constitution says. Project it on others. So to mention God in politics is illogical on that ground. Anyway. So you're saying snippets of videos. You don't need to give an example. And that's incorrect anyway, because I've seen countless videos from left-wing pundits, and I heard the words from Marjorie Taylor Greene myself, along with Lauren Boebert and whomever else is covered. Matt Walsh, Shapiro, Crowder, so many of them. And they're all accurate. Besides that, I don't see any of you guys coming along to these videos and correcting them either. Anytime you guys say it, it's all fucking Trump 2024 and shit like that. Just preaching. Never any debunkings of their videos or the snippets that they provide. And all you're doing is invoking God and democrats and all that shit. Calling everybody a liar. What is that? That's nothing. Accusations, baseless accusations. No, I've checked a lot of them. I've even uploaded videos breaking them down. You guys, on the other hand, never provided anything. So Lauren and her date you don't even respond to that. You just avoid lies and deception. Do I have to provide you a video? Oh wait, those are taken out of context, I forgot. Because democrats and lies. Because Satan. Because I'm going to invoke God into politics, which is constitutionally illogical. Yeah. Not programmed intelligence, experience, and knowledge. What? You're just being a dodgy little asshole. Pure arrogance. Just insulting me now. Your hatred and reprobate mind following the Satan. I don't follow the left, you jackass. And for you to call them satanic, I mean, what is that? Adolescent remarks, buddy. Anyway, so you're not obviously not gonna. Well, okay, what do we do here? So you. Well, if I'm only lies, then why bother responding to me? You're not gonna change anything, and you're not gonna. You're not gonna listen. You're not gonna respond honestly and maturely. All you're gonna do is shit on the Democrats, which I'm not. I'm not even American. Just because I'm not religious? Well, what does religion have to do with politics? And I don't lie either. I ask questions. I explain X or Y every so often, but only for you to disagree. And if I'm wrong about some of that shit, not programmed intelligence experience, for example, of any of these, all of which you lack with your hatred. What hatred? You're the one wishing me gagged and suffering in the lake of fire. Reprobate? Listen to you. Nothing but self-projection from you. You're psychotic. You need help.